She knows her heart is on the surface, and the tin man's mad because he knows he can't afford it. So it goes, it's of no importance. He shrugs up a long-winded story. No heart, baby, don't ignore me. And the tin man knows sometimes the wind it blows for me. And it's coming around like Moses to the masses and smooth as molasses. Stranger, too much of my favorite dark liquor. On stills, born behind the major. Don't invite the dance unless you're dancing with the danger. And it's coming around like Moses to the masses and smooth as molasses.
Hello and welcome to LVZ Radio, right here on Radio Vegas.Rocks. Time on deck currently is 10:03 p.m. here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And thank you so much for tuning in to the first ever episode of LVZ Radio. To start with introductions, I'm your host, Liam McDermott, joined in studio here by Scott Williams.
What's up, everybody?
And Red Cashy.
Hey, what up?
And we have quite the show lined up for you tonight. That song you just heard there was One Way to Paradise, Rapunzel and the Tin Man. Great track, and we will have Kurt and Mikey P here in studio here at the bottom of the hour for an interview and a live set. So just to give you a quick rundown of the show here, how things are going to be going at LVZ Radio. We're going to be really just kind of covering everything Las Vegas and relevant to Las Vegas locals, from pop culture, music, of course. That's the only thing we're going to spin here is local Las Vegas bands. And we'll talk about Vegas sports. But we should really be starting off here.
Now let's start with some local music.
Yes, sir.
Got some local music.
Cassie, what are we spinning first?
Oh,
or
we've got
second, rather?
Yeah, we've got Damaged Savage, great band here in town. Their new song Vulture. Let's have a listen.
Will this be the end? Am I in death's grip? It can't be over now. I just want to live this
Where My Homies At? Your homies are right here. That was, of course, Where My Homies At by DI Boys. And back there we had Damaged Salvages, Vulture. And welcome back to LVZ Radio, right here on Radio Vegas Rocks. Time on deck currently is 10:11 p.m. right here in beautiful Las Vegas. And we do have something fun for you guys tonight. We're giving away a free Frosties for a Year card.
Free Frosties for a year. 1
Hell
year
yeah.
free Frosties.
After our interview with One Way to Paradise.
Yeah.
Scotty, what's the phone number they can call? Because we will be giving it to our 5th caller tonight.
5th caller.
Our 5th caller, later on, not right now though, that's going to be after our interview with One Way to Paradise.
Let's call now.
Our phone number here is 702-758-5764, and that's our LVZ hotline. You can call us and let us know if you see celebrities, local celebrities anywhere. We'll come, we'll get the story. You heard it here first at LVZ.
Let's get the number again. What's the number one more time?
702-758-5764.
Nice.
I almost forgot to mention, once again, I'm your host, Liam McDermott. We got Scott Williams here in studio telling you about the Frosties and, of course, Red Cashy. And speaking of those Frosties, well, someone's going to get Frosty for a year. Most of the west side of Las Vegas got quite frosty in the early hours of today. Isn't that right, Scott?
You guys, it snowed here today. The last time it snowed was 23 months ago, February of 2019. And it's supposed to snow overnight. You guys, what do you think about that?
It's crazy, man.
Not excited.
It's just wild to see snow out here anytime, you know?
I have snow cone syrup ready to go.
Yeah.
Yellow
I'm going to look
snow.
out in my backyard, my dirt backyard with couches in it, and look at snow on my couches.
I'm just thankful it's not going to stick
Yeah.
Have you
much
got,
beyond 10, 11,
I don't know.
noon.
Could be adhesive snow. You never know.
I don't want to be on the road
Make it
with
now.
these
It's
drivers,
2021.
man.
I wouldn't put it past it.
have you guys ever been here for any of the times it's ever snowed on the Strip or anything like that?
I was only here for the most recent one, and it wasn't crazy, but again, the roads. I don't want to be out there.
I was here a while back when it snowed. The last time it snowed, and I didn't take my guitar amp out very often at the time, and it was one of the first times I really had it. And of course, it was that same day. I was the day it snowed, so it was snowing on my guitar amp. It got snow. It got all wet. That's how it goes.
When it snows here in Vegas, it's not a snow day. It's a half snow day because everything melts by the time it's like 12 o'clock. You know, you got to get up early. Got to get up early to get that snow day in.
Las Vegas owns how many snowplows? I don't think we own any. Maybe one.
Like 2?
Yeah.
One west, one east.
We got to find out about that. Send that to the fact-checking department.
Right.
I'll have research do that. Get them on that tomorrow. All right. So, you guys heard the news about Pinball Hall of Fame?
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Pinball Hall of Fame. We've all been there. Great kind of little date spot over on, where is it? Maryland Park, right by the...
Trop in Maryland.
Yeah, Trop in Maryland, right by the airport. Really great little date spot. They've been in the process of moving over to a location by the Strip, and in doing so, they started that right before the pandemic, and apparently it's not going super well right now. They just put up a GoFundMe. They're looking for $200,000.
Where they are right now, Cashy?
Yeah, right now they currently have about $80,000.
I'm gonna go donate $10 directly.
Yeah.
$80,000, $10.
I say
Inching
let's go
closer and closer.
In quarters.
Yeah, I'll put $10 in quarters to their process.
I got some change in my cup holder.
Yeah, they've been looking to move. They say they're 96% complete with their new location. That's a specific number, so it's a question how they came up with that number. But yeah, they said they're almost complete. But basically, what had happened, they took all the loans they could right before COVID hit, and then they realized they needed just a little bit more because they were expecting more money to come in over the last year, which obviously hasn't happened. They've got every other machine off, that sort of thing, and now they're looking for the money, and they can't get a loan anywhere because it's COVID, so they need people to donate.
Quick question: what is your guys' favorite pinball game at Pinball Hall of Fame?
Probably the Guns N' Roses machine. Oh no, Terminator 2.
I like the it's like a
pistol.
crown circus and it goes straight up and down, but it's $1 per play. So
It is.
I'd be
That one is super
It's
cool.
a high roller pinball.
high roller pinball.
High
you
roller
go.
pinball.
I have a buddy who can play Monster Mash on like 50 cents for about 3 hours on end, and he keeps winning free games and free games and free games.
That is wild.
That's a bargain.
Crazy.
The whole
Yeah.
reason I go to Pinball Hall of Fame, though, is because they have 25-cent movie theater popcorn. Not right now during
Yeah.
COVID, but they did.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. They didn't have it the last time I went there. That's a shame. 'Cause that's kind of a staple of that place. Yeah. So how many times have you been kicked out of there, Scott?
You are not you're not from Las Vegas if you haven't been kicked out of Pinball Hall of Fame by the guy who owns that place. I'm pretty sure he's got a ponytail and a headlamp.
Yeah.
And you're only cool if you've been kicked out of Pinball Hall of Fame.
That guy, he know how he's so good at the pinball machines. It's the ponytail. It's all in the ponytail.
I mean,
Always in the ponytail.
I love what
Yeah.
he's doing, but
He's great.
I imagine it gets old having people, bang on the machines and stuff.
I mean, he's fixing machines that are like 80 years old. Some of those machines are like from like the 50s and 60s. So
I mean, it's the Hall of Fame, the best from every generation. But Scott, you're beating around the bush. Why have you been kicked out of the Hall of Fame?
yeah, tell us.
Well, about that, we were just too loud at air hockey, and air hockey can get really aggressive really quickly.
Noisy or loud?
A little bit of all of that, all of that.
They don't have very many rules there, but apparently one of them is weed smoke. If you smell like
But
weed,
who plays pinball sober?
kids. If we're being honest. The intended audience.
Kids don't have money.
Yeah.
All right, kids, we're gonna be dropping some new music, some more music here from.
More local Las Vegas music.
Yeah.
You heard it here first on LVZ.
What is our first track here, Cashy?
We have got a song by previously Charlie Madness. Now he's Charlie King. He reinvented himself. And this is a song.
King.
Charles King.
Charles King. This is him reinventing himself right here.
The track is called
Reinvention.
Hell yeah.
It's the birth of a new music. I walk through the valley, dead wrong, but I'm headstrong. Gangsta's paradise playing loud inside my headphones. I turn it up more to sing along with the prayer. I reach out to hold a hand, but ain't nobody there. But I don't care, cold air coming off my breath. Just me smoking weed with the shadow of death. I'm not religious, but I feel like it's my time to confess. I have sinned, but I tried my best to be a good human being. But it's not all that it's cracked up to being. I'd rather be a king in the end. Royalties in my jeans, like a 9MM. New me, it's Charles King. This is where we begin. Runneth over, a Crown Royal and a good cigar. Russian roulette in the back room of a smoky bar. We play the odds and hope to win to see tomorrow. I'm trying to bet it big, hoping I can hit it large. It takes money to make money, it fucking sucks. They say you can't buy happiness, I'd like to try it once. Don't get me wrong, I'm not hurting, I'm getting funds. But fuck for once, I'd really like to see $1 million. I'd like to build a palace, fill it up with all the finest things. Construct a castle, hold that set of keys, of which there's only 3. The princess, the queen, and yours truly, newly, they call me Charles King. This is my reinvention, this is my second chance. Madness died, reincarnated as a different man. I'm at peace with myself and who the fuck I am. In the future, you'll know this is where it all began.
I don't wanna write no sad songs no more. I don't wanna write no bad songs no more. I just wanna show you who I am. I don't wanna write no sad songs no more. I don't wanna write no bad songs no more. I just wanna show you who I am. Every day I search for myself. Maybe it's a face, feeling like somebody else, feeling stuck in limbo, with no one to love. Every moment moving farther from who I was. A rock star, is this all I'll ever be? Just a dive-bar rock star, a prisoner to my dreams. And I ain't gonna write no sad songs no more. I ain't gonna write no bad songs no more. I just wanna show you who I am. I ain't gonna write no sad songs no more. I ain't gonna write no bad songs no more. I just wanna show you who I am. I'm asleep all day, in a dream all night, racing back for shelter before morning light. Never find the time to be with my friends. Prisoner to my dreams. And I ain't gonna write no sad songs no more. I ain't gonna write no bad songs no more. I just wanna show you who I am. I ain't gonna write no sad songs no more. I ain't gonna write no bad songs no more. I just wanna show you who I am. I don't understand. Who I am. I ain't gonna write no sad songs no more. I ain't gonna write no bad songs no more. I just wanna show you who I am. I ain't gonna write no sad songs no more. I ain't gonna write no bad songs no more. I just wanna show you who I am. I ain't gonna write no sad songs no more. I ain't gonna write no bad songs no more. I just wanna show you who I am.
natural deodorant absorbs your sweat and neutralizes BO with our odor-squatching system of pit-friendly ingredients like charcoal, arrowroot powder, and probiotics to turn your armpits into charm pits. Most natural deodorants fail the test for active, hard-working men. For extra credit, some can cause rashes and smell worse than BO. And what's the point of natural if it doesn't stay fresh? It's time to graduate from midday meltdowns, pee-stained pits, and chemical chaos wreaking havoc on your body. With Dr. Squatch, these pitfalls are history. Any questions?
Yes, I smell amazing.
Not a question, Mike. But yes you do. And join hundreds of thousands of Squatchers, helping to create a better smelling world, one pair of pits at a time.
Hey guys, listen up. Receive 20% off all orders $20 or more at Dr. Squatch when you use coupon code RVR20.
Hey J9, you looking to get lucky tonight?
Why, do you know where I can get my lips on a dirty banana?
Do I? And I know where you can get your hands on a golden dong and pirate booty, giant clam, and even doorknobs you can get fresh with.
Is this place heaven?
No, this place is the Golden Tiki, 3939 Spring Mountain Road.
This sounds amazing.
The #1 tiki bar in Las Vegas, 3939 Spring Mountain Road, Golden Tiki.
Welcome back to LVZ Radio. What you just heard there, of course, was Charles King's Reinvention and House of R's Dive Bar Rockstar. Now, we're going to spin another track here for you real quick with our guest that we'll be coming in with right after. Kashi, what are we spinning from One Way to Paradise?
Got Save Me Now.
Save Me Now. We're about to spin that, then we'll come back and interview Kurt and Mikey P.
Crystal ball, a piece of cake and a grain of salt, sands of time, embers burn with a natural light, judge a book, guess it wouldn't hurt just to take a look, Judgment Day, when you dance the dance then the music plays, there's nothing else you can say that could save me now. I know there's too much skin in the game, and we don't know how to play. There's nothing else you could change that can save me now. And I know today is the day I can feel. Kiss don't tell, sapphire eyes in a wishing well, silver spoon, faded jeans on a harvest moon, eye to eye, drink it up, whiskey and rye, master plan, 3 ice cubes in an old tin can, there's nothing else you can say that could save me now. And I know there's too much skin in the game, and we don't know how to play. There's nothing else you could change that can save me now. And I know today is the day I can feel. Take it slow, gather no minds like a rolling stone. Love is blind, just trying to see if you got the time. All for one, she's shacking up with the preacher's son. Answer the call, it's Stabby and my little pin-up doll. save me now. And I know there's too much skin in the game, and we don't know how to play. Nothing else you could say that can change me now. And I know there's too much skin in the game, and we don't know how to play the game. I can feel.
Welcome back to LVZ Radio, right here on Radio Vegas Rocks. I'm your host, Liam McDermott. Once again, joined by Red Cashy and Scott Williams.
What's up, you guys?
And of course, One Way to Paradise is Kurt and Mikey P. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Hell yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us on our first show. We just spun one of your tracks there, Save Me Now. And of course, we're going to have a live interview here and a set at the end of this.
All right, you guys, we're sitting down with One Way to Paradise. This is one of my favorite bands. I'm so glad that you guys could be here for our first episode. Thank you guys so much for
Well, we
coming
are too,
in.
man. Thanks for inviting us.
Let's get a basic rundown of who you guys are real quick. First of all, we're only halfway to Paradise because we're missing some of you guys. Who are we missing today?
We're missing Angus Strange, our bass player, Mr. Gus Kelly, and Giuliano Lopez, our drummer. Gus had to work, and Giuliano had a date.
Gus is always working. I try and party with him a lot. He's always working.
Yeah. Gus is a
He's a
character,
busy man. Busy man.
Well, you guys have been blowing up and gaining traction. What have you guys been doing during COVID? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, as soon as COVID hit and we realized that playing live wasn't something that we could do anymore, we just took that downtime to really get into the studio and record our album that we released in September. Can't Save Me Now is our radio track that you guys just heard from that album.
And what's the name of the album?
Chasing the Sun.
Where can we find it, you guys? Where can we find it?
You can find it on all digital media platforms, Spotify, everywhere, man. But Spotify, yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, it's watching you. If you can't see it, chances are it's watching you.
Can't Save Me Now. You were talking about it being on the radio. It was on Comp recently. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, it was on the Homegrown show. I think with her name is Lori Steele. It was on for 2020. They played it a bunch of times since we released it in September, and it actually got a top 8 song of 2020 on the Homegrown show.
That's a big deal, you guys,
That's
because
cool.
They only have the top 20 songs all year going. So to be top 8 is a pretty big deal, you guys.
Yeah, that's a big
Congratulations.
deal.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
In the end, was your guys' first track to ever be played on FM radio. You guys want to tell us how that happened and a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so that was back on X107.5 when they used to do the local effect. And we were just on Facebook, and I realized that Ross Mahoney was one of the personalities on that station, and he was a personality back home where I'm from in South Florida.
Awesome.
On 103.1 The Buzz.
Awesome.
And a mutual friend, I guess, just was like, hey, check these guys out. And so he's like, oh, cool, you should.
And he got in touch with you guys.
Yeah, so,
Awesome.
yeah, and he put us up with Polly Cover. And then he played our stuff on the local effect a few times. But yeah, it was really cool to hear ourselves on the first time on the radio.
All right, let's see. Me and Liam and I have seen you guys play live. Liam, when was the first time you seen One Way to Paradise?
The first time I saw you guys was opening for Supervillains over at Backstage in
Oh,
Billiards.
yeah.
Yeah, there was
Great show.
Backstage.
Yes.
Great show.
I wanted to ask you, based off that, before we jump into that, obviously opening for a big ska band like that must have been a big honor. And is that a big influence of yours, or who are your influences, rather?
Supervillains, I wouldn't say are a big influence of ours, but we really do. We love the band. I mean, they're a Florida band, and that's where me and Mikey both originally are from. So we do love the Supervillains, but I'd say our biggest influences would probably be Sublime for me and Grateful Dead for Mike. What do you think our biggest influences are, Mike?
I mean, when we started, obviously, Sublime, kind of, we were like obsessed with them, and then started listening to like Grateful Dead. We've got a little heavier since we started, but I kind of steal from everybody,
Yeah, we're a mashup for sure.
So I seen you guys play a couple of Sublime covers the first time I seen you guys play, which was at Saddles and Spurs.
Yes.
Yes, God,
I remember that. The first time I ever met you, you were with the Jellyfish still. You're wearing that helmet. I was like, who's this?
Yeah.
Who is this? Who's this asshole with this fucking diver helmet on?
Oh good
man.
Times. I missed that open mic there.
Yeah, I can't
God,
wait
it
to
was so
play.
fun.
I can't wait to play another open mic there. That's one of my favorite spots, and it's so cool to see you guys just come from there. And
Yeah, that's where we started in
Getting
Vegas.
so
That's
big
where we
now.
started playing.
and they're getting big now. Rapunzel and the Tin Man was voted in the weekly top 5 on Dirty Radio's Ska Parade, Liam. So
that was a great track.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's why I had to open the show with it.
Yes.
And that stayed on the top 5 all the way until that stopped running, you guys.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
boys.
That's a good
Yeah, man. It was really cool, man.
That's a
We've
Gus
gotten
Kelly
all.
one there.
Yeah. Gus wrote that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've gotten a lot of support, got a lot of traction this year, and we really do appreciate all the fans and all the people that are supporting the music scene right now. Just a huge honor to be in the top 5 on Ska Parade, to be number 8 on Comp, and it's really cool to be here with you guys on your first show too. This is a huge honor too.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
You guys,
I appreciate it, guys.
I seen on Spotify you guys are like over 5,000 monthly listeners now. How do you guys feel about that?
That's really exciting too. It's just kind of happened like I was constantly checking Spotify, and like I was going and looking at like different curators that I could send my stuff to. So I was just sending my stuff to curators, and then one day I looked and we had over 1,000. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I looked and I was like, oh shit, we're on a playlist.
Awesome.
All right, cool. And then we got added to another one.
What was the name of the playlist? I know you know.
Alt rock dream pop.
Which was also known as Beats in the Sheets.
Oh, is it really?
No.
It is now. And would you say that's your genre, dream pop?
Definitely not. But the song that they chose, "Chasing the Sun," it fits. It fits the other songs that are on there. But yeah, I wouldn't consider us dream pop. I think we're more like a reggae rock, alternative style type of band.
Hell yeah.
Well, you guys have something in store for us tonight, I believe.
Yeah, we're gonna play you our song "It Is What It Is." It's been a favorite since we started playing it live. People are always like, singing it back to us when we play it live on stage, and that's the one that everybody seems to remember. So we're gonna go ahead and play that live for you guys tonight.
It's a great feeling.
Well, you guys, we're gonna take a quick break here while they get ready, and we'll be back here shortly with "One Way to Paradise." It is what it is.
Oh there, cowboy. Is your love life drier than a June sagebrush poking pricklies on a desert cattle's bunghole? Well, look no further, fella. The cavalry has arrived. Spunk Lube. That's right, Spunk Lube. This ain't your average romance jelly jam. Whether you're sharing a 10-up and broke back or flying solo, Tonto, Spunk Lube will have you slinging your Cyclops and whistling out your Dixie. For group parties playing cowboys and Indians, or just a quick one around in the chamber, Spunk Lube gets you hydrated for those long rides of bumping uglies into the sunset. Don't put a bounty on your head. Drizzle Spunk Lube instead. That's Spunk Lube, partner.
Guess you're right then. Flipping words that need laughing. A better memory of a dying friend. It hurts to say you were wrong. I guess I learned how work to turn like a roundabout. You might be scattered at the ground. I found that I can move. Choke on the words that you wanna say. Guess it's your problem. Guess it's your problem now. Putting on a show almost every day. Guess it's your problem, guess it's your problem now. Your atrophy is killing me. It's in my head and I can't breathe. It's too much, I can't believe. Guess it's your problem. guess it's your problem. Now, guess it's your problem now. Hey. You beat it up, yeah. Got to live it when you're having fun. Kick it right in, you're the only one there to believe. Keep on ascending, hope that maybe you will get it right. Now as I was running by, don't fly will be a bitter thing. Choke on the words that you wanna say. Guess it's your problem. Guess it's your problem now. Putting on a show almost every day. Guess it's your problem. Guess it's your problem now. Your atrophy is killing me. It's in my head and I can't breathe. It's too much. I can't see. Guess it's your problem. Guess it's your problem. Now, guess it's your problem now. Guess it's your problem. You don't have to worry. No need to be hard on yourself. Why are you in a hurry? You got to divide the well. If this makes you happy, oh, I'm sorry. I can't now stay. You do you, and I'll go my own town. Wait, wait, wait. I said I'm sorry that I've been gone. I said I'm sorry that I took too long. I said I'm sorry that I've been gone. I said I'm sorry that I took too long. Choked on the words that you wanna say. Guess it's your problem. Guess it's your problem now. Putting on a show almost every day. Guess it's your problem. Guess it's your problem now. Your atrophy is kidding me. It's in my head and I can't breathe. There's too much I've got to leave. Guess it's your problem. Guess it's your problem now. Guess it's your problem now. Hey, I'm going. Whoa, 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 Guess it's your problem now.
Here we go. Welcome back to LVZ Radio, right here on Radio Vegas Rocks. Time on deck is 10:45 p.m. here. That was Your Problem by Dead Money. And the little strumming you heard in the background there was One Way to Paradise, of course, who we still have here in studio. Thanks, guys.
Getting ready to play something for us, yeah?
Yes, sir. Knew an old man, he lived his life in a blur. He never understood a single word that he heard. He kept on drinking till his dying day. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Life's going by too fast, someone pour me a drink. You can't force nobody to be something they ain't, yeah, yeah. I guess it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. I had a good friend, he liked to chase all the girls. He had a pretty woman, he said she was his world. She went through the charges on his credit cards. Night he came home late, found his shit in the yard. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Life's going by too fast, someone pour me a drink. Never gonna slow down,
Don't care what you think, yeah, yeah. Guess it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Used to wanna try, but now my life is a blur. Just swinging in a hammock, smoking the finest herb. I start my drinking early and I stay out late. You know it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Life's going by too fast. Someone pour me a drink. Can't force nobody to be something they ain't, yeah, yeah. Guess it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. You know it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. I guess it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's one way
Right.
to paradise, everybody.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't.
I like it.
That's what it's always gonna be.
That song will forever be a classic for me.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you guys. Hey, real quick, where do you guys want to play at? Where's some of the like target places you guys are looking to get into playing? Some like targets on your radar. Where you want to get on stage at here in Vegas?
House of Blues.
Yeah.
Where else? Brooklyn Bowl.
Yeah.
Mandalay Beach would be awesome.
Yeah,
That
Mandalay
would be
Bay
fun,
Beach. That'd be
yes.
sick.
Yes.
Lot
Summertime
of
though,
fun.
not right now.
So,
Yeah, not right now.
So
Just
anywhere
know.
that pays more than 2 drink tickets is what you're
I don't
talking.
give a fuck about the 2 drink tickets, about the pay or anything. I just want people to come out and have a good time and listen to us jam, man. That's all I really care about. Fuck the money. I just want to, or the drinks, all of that. I just want to play.
All right, you guys. I also got some more special news going on in the band. It's a big announcement. I'm gonna let Curtis tell everybody.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Go ahead and bring us
Could
in,
it
Kurt.
possibly be that I just found out that I'm going to be a dad?
Kurt's gonna be a dad, everybody.
Yes.
You heard it
That's
here first on
awesome.
LVZ.
Thank you, thank you.
That's so cool.
Yep,
Welcome
we
to
just
the
found
Dad
out
Club.
we just found out the sex. It's going to be a boy.
All right.
Yeah, we did the gender reveal with the whole, the poppers and the blue came out. I was for sure it was gonna be a girl, man. I was for sure. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a girl.
The real question is he gonna be a drummer or a singer?
Well, if it's a drummer,
They can't sing.
Where's the guitar?
oh man, yeah, if it's gonna be a drummer, I'm definitely getting electric drums. I already thought of that, with headphones. But
Smart.
Okay, one more question for you guys. Let's see. Can you guys name some other bands that are on your guys' radar here in Vegas? Some people you guys want to play with? Some people you'd want to either open for, you'd want them to open for you? You know how it goes. Depends on the night.
Dead Money. That's
Franks and Deans.
Yeah, Franks and Deans. We've actually played with Franks and Deans at the Weenie Roast. It was a hell of a lot of fun.
They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, cool group of guys. Had a blast. Who else do we want to play with? Scotty Dub.
Scotty Dub. Jellyfish.
Well, we dropped the Jellyfish, right, Scott?
Oh yeah.
Just Scotty Dub as of right now.
It's Scotty Dub.
They could
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah.
They could come back.
Yeah, we're gonna come back. Talking about me like I'm not in the room.
I miss Wabbajack.
Me too.
I miss
Wabbajack.
Wabbajack.
I miss
Yes, those guys
Wabbajack.
are great.
I think we all can agree on that.
Cole, if you're listening, I miss you.
Oh, come back.
That's how I actually found you guys I work at Chiba Hut, so
Yeah.
had to come out and see Wabba Jack, and of course stumbled across you guys, and you stole the show. You guys killed it again at Backstage Billiards and at the Eagle Ari Hall show I saw there.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a blast.
All right, what's one of your guys' favorite shows that you guys have ever played that like really meant the most to you, where you like walked out of it and you're like, that was the coolest show
Vinyl
we've ever played?
The vinyl.
Yeah, when we played vinyl, we were direct support for the Pilfers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. It was just so many people showed up. It's always great when like you're playing to a full room, and that's a decent sized venue.
It is.
I think we sold 115 tickets or something like that at $10 a pop. You know, there's a lot of people there.
Hand delivered.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did. I was driving around town giving people tickets.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So who writes the songs? You were saying Curtis wrote which song? One of the ones we played earlier, "Save Me Now," right?
Real quick, what's the song we just heard? 'Cause we didn't even mention
Yeah.
that.
So that song is "It Is What It Is." That song, Mikey actually. So Mikey used to be my roommate when we first moved out to Vegas. I actually moved out a year before he got out here, and he just called me up. He was like, "Hey man, I really want to get the band back together because we used to play back in Florida."
Cool.
And I was like, well, fucking come on, man. So he came out, and he was staying with me for a little while. And he picked me up from work one day, and he's like, hey, I wrote these lyrics. And he just starts singing. He sings that whole first line in the chorus. And he's like, I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's good or not. I was like, bro, that's fucking awesome. We went straight home, and I started playing the guitar, trying to figure out what key it was supposed to be in. And, you know, it was all downhill from there.
That's cool. So you all write kind of a little bit?
Yeah, there's some songs that are, you know, like that one was written by him. I filled in on I think the last verse, you know, but he wrote the song, and we just, I just filled in.
Yeah, it's a great song.
And then we got Gus, and
Gus is like
he's got notebooks of lyrics.
Yeah, he's the guy with the notebook that is just constantly writing, like he just wrote 3 songs in a day the other day, you know, and we just kind of like.
Gus, the sexiest bass player in Las Vegas, mind you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was.
LVZ official. LVZ official on that one.
Out of all the bass players in Las Vegas. Many bass players in Las Vegas.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here with us in studio. We're going to end with your guys' song In the End here, and hopefully we'll be seeing some more of you guys soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Throw in, like anything.
Follow us. Follow us on everything. Shout out to my grandma for accidentally making a group page for us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's really where all of our traffic's been coming from lately.
Friends who love One Way to Paradise.
She made that group 4 years ago, and I stumbled upon it and started sharing to it, and then people just started flocking to that page.
See, if you make it, you look like a jerk. You look like it's all about me, but when your grandma does it, that's great.
It's endearing.
But yeah, it sat there dormant for 4 years, and I just found it the other day, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna start posting this too. And you know, it went from like 15 people to 400 and something.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
You got Friends of One Way to Paradise is the group name.
Yep.
And what are the
on
handles
Facebook
that people can find you at?
We are at OWTP Music on Twitter. Our website is owtpmusic.com. Instagram at OWTP Music. It's pretty much the same across all the social media platforms. So
easy, yep. Like that.
So one last question: what is the way to paradise? What's the one way to paradise? Huh?
Well, there's multiple ways to get to paradise, but it's all one way. Once you get there, you don't come back.
Yeah,
good answer.
Fold in.
All right, let's hear it in the end.
Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever be normal again. Writing lyrics on the back of job applications. Ain't got no money, nobody to call my friend. But it don't matter 'cause we're all alone in the end. Stuck between over land, clinically going insane. The smoking meters of this world have put a haze on my brain. Out in the cold, on the curb, holding out my hand. I keep on hearing that we're all alone in the end. Looking back, I guess it really was all my fault. Nobody taught me how to get up once I took that fall. If we could know what lies in store for us around the bend, we'd only find out that we're all alone in the end. We're all alone in the
That was In the End by One Way to Paradise. Thanks again so much to them as they skirt on out of here on joining us for our first ever episode of LVZ Radio right here on Radio Vegas Rocks. Just wanted to remind you all real quick. Of course, once again, I'm Liam McDermott. We got Red Cashy here and Scott Williams. And don't forget about that Frosty contest we're doing. Fifth caller
now. 702-758-5764. Fifth caller wins free Frosties for a year.
Free.
Phone number one more time, Scott.
702-758-5764. Call us and come pick up your Frosties.
Call us for the Frosty. Call us if you see any celebs. Just call us.
Call us if you want to bug us. Yeah. Want to hear a song?
It's getting cold outside. People are lonely. Let's talk.
Lonely. Don't be lonely. Call us.
But of course, time on deck right now is 10:59, almost 11 p.m. right here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And we'll be right back here after another short break. Cashy, what are we going to be spinning?
Afterwards, we will be spinning Danger Love, Take Them Down.
Danger Love, Take Them Down right after this ad.
Fresh chips and salsa? Yes. Fresh tableside guacamole made the way you like it? Hey, throw a little hot sauce in there. How about the fresh tableside flaming fajitas? Well, friends, are you hungry yet? Ready for the best Mexican food in Las Vegas? Then head on down to Juan's Flaming Fajitas and Cantina. They have two awesome locations, 9640 West Tropicana and also 16 South Water Street in Henderson. Flavors inspired by traditional Mexican dishes like chile rellenos, carnitas, enchiladas de mole, and of course, their famous sizzling fajitas. From tender marinated meats and seafoods to vegetarian dishes and authentic desserts, Juan invites you to come and enjoy your next meal at his restaurant and cantina. Juan's Flaming Fajita and Cantina, 9640 West Tropicana and also 16 South Water Street in Henderson. Don't forget to wash down the food with some delicious cocktails like Manuel's famous margarita or our favorite Tres Amigos tequila. Happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. That's Juan's Flaming Fajita and Cantina, 9640 West Tropicana and also 16 South Water Street in Henderson.
That we can't move. We'll fight ourselves.
Welcome back to LVZ Radio. Cassie, what did we just play?
We were just listening to Danger Love, Take Them Down.
Danger Love, Take Them Down. And Scott's got some exciting news for us on the Frosty front.
All right, you guys on the phone. I've got caller number 5. Hello, who's this?
Hi, am I caller number 5?
Ooh,
Hi, you're caller number 5. Congratulations, you won free Frosties from a year here at LVZ Radio. You just got to come in and pick them up.
Applicable at most Wendy's locations.
We just wanted to know what you think of our radio.
I love LVZ Radio. It's absolutely amazing. I love listening to you guys.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much. We will have you come pick up your Frosties. Have a good night.
Thank you. You guys have a great night.
Yeah.
You too.
All right.
Hell yeah,
Our first
5 callers,
happy
people,
customer.
and we're going to be doing these Frosty giveaways on the regular. So tune in each week, and you can win some Frosties.
Yeah.
But we're going to spin another track here for you real quick. Once again, I'm your host, Liam McDermott, joined in studio by Scott Williams and Red Cashy. What are we spinning now, Cash?
We are going to be going into Johnny Hazard's White Hot Light.
White Hot Light, Johnny Hazards.
Yeah, featuring Ryan White Mahoney.
Ryan White Mahoney on the feature. Spinning to you now.
Did you ever sit around and wonder about the microscope that we're all caught under? With this white hot light, didn't see this bright when I was soaking it up. You change your situation, you find the motivation, you plow through it all, give me the inspiration. Trying so hard for a total eclipse. I'm living off of government bread. I'm taking these drugs, trying to change my head. This consciousness, my imagination, living in the center of all creation. Ever sit around and wonder about the microscope that we're all caught under? With this white hot light, didn't see this bright when I was soaking it up. You change your situation, you find the motivation, you pull through it all, give me the inspiration. Turn around, then I sing it again. Then I'm singing again, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ever get your hand out the cookie jar? Try it on again, doesn't seem too hard. Maybe if you had some decency, show you how much this means to me. Feeling like a drive, so I put her in gear. Pedal to the metal, trying to learn how to steer. Flying by the seat of my pants. Every now and then, gotta take another chance. Whoa. 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 Ever sit around and wonder, microscope that we're all caught under? With this white hot light, didn't see this right when I was soaking it up. You change your situation, you find the motivation. I pull through it all, give me some inspiration. Turn around and I sing it again. Then I sing it again. Sing it again.
Welcome back to LVZ Radio, right here on Radio Vegas Rocks. Time on deck currently is 11:10 p.m. here. And Cassie, what did we just play?
We were just listening to Johnny Hazard's White Hot Light.
White Hot Light, featuring?
Ryan White Maloney.
Ryan White Maloney. Great track, great track. Once again, I'm your host, Liam McDermott, joined in studio by who you just heard, Red Cashy, and my boy, Scott Williams.
How you guys doing?
We just gave away free Frosties for a year. Remember, tune in weekly, and we'll be dropping those on the reg. But right now, we're rolling into my favorite part of the show, LVZ Sports, where I am your feature host. And of course, what we do here with LVZ Sports is we cover everything Las Vegas sports, or at least that is important. And of course, we'll be kicking off tonight's show with some Golden Knights talk. So as you may know, the boys in gold came out firing on all cylinders to start the weirdest NHL season I can remember. And I started watching before the 03-04 lockout, I think it was. Again, the boys came out strong. They swept their first series with the Ducks to open the season out here at home. And also took the first two games of their stint with the Arizona Coyotes. They did, however, finally drop their first loss this past week, 5-2 to those same Yotes, but quickly turned the tides back with a 1-0 shutout against the Yotes, with Fleury pitching an easy 16-save shutout. And the OG Vegas line of Tuck, Marchie, and Wild Bill coming together to secure the dub on a Carlson goal. So right now, our boys are sitting tidy at a 5-1 record, leading the division. Now I know a lot of you, not all of you, are die-hard Knights fans that have been swept up in the magic of that first season when they made it all the way to the Cup final against the Washington Capitals. And starts like this make it seem like Vegas is a powerhouse. An absolute fucking wagon out there on the ice, boys. But I'm going to need y'all to simmer expectations on this start and this season as a whole. Because, of course, let's start by taking a look at how weird this season is. For starters, the schedule is only showing 56 games for each team, though it could be less, given how some of the Southern teams have done with COVID protocols. If you didn't know, Dallas Stars had 16 positive tests at the start of the season. And the Florida Panthers and Carolina Hurricanes have had to cancel a couple games. Now, they have been rescheduled, but you just never know. In addition to less games, there will also be less opponents. Because, again, we're at 56 right now. A typical season is 82. But this is both a positive and negative for the boys. For starters, the Knights may very well be the best team in their division. But the divisions have been realigned for the year. The Knights are now in what is called the Honda West Division, as the league sold the naming rights to sponsors. And Honda is the official car of the NHL, so it just makes sense. We also have the Mass Mutual Eastern Division with those Capitals in there. We have the Discover Card Central and the Scotiabank North to round it all out. Now back over in the Honda West, the Knights will be squaring off with the Anaheim Ducks, as they already did, the Los Angeles Kings, the San Jose Sharks, I know you hate them, those Arizona Yotes, the Minnesota Wild, the St. Louis Blues, and the Colorado Avalanche. Now, of course, outside of the Avalanche and the Knights, the division kind of sucks, to be quite frank. And all the Cali teams are a complete dumpster fire in the midst of rebuilds and won't be competing this season or anytime soon, really. Though LA's been kind of sneaky good. Wasn't expecting that. They're nipping at the heels, and I believe the 4th spot in the division. But moving on, the Coyotes are chronically bad and haven't made the playoffs in almost a decade, since back when they had Mike Smith and signed him to that regretful contract that honestly bit him in the ass. They now have some solid goaltending, however, from Darcy Kumper. But the rest of their roster's pretty barren, to be honest with you. With the rest of the division, the Blues aren't the same team that won the Cup a couple years ago. Starters, they lost their captain and best defenseman in the form of Alex Pietrangelo, who left them to join us here in the desert. Also, their goalie and playoff savior from 2019, Jordan Bennington, has shown to be just a mere flash in the pan. Hasn't really put up any stellar numbers since that hot playoff run. And while the Wild may be sitting in a surprisingly nice spot of 4-1, we aren't really going to dive into them much because they're not really worth breaking down. There's no big names on the roster, no up-and-comers. The division just sucks, and a squirrel finds a nut every now and then, you know? But again, the Avalanche are the only real threat in the division. But they are a lethal threat. They have Nathan MacKinnon, who might be the best player in the league. Open for debate, but the Nova Scotia native really knows his way around the rink. The roster's deep, especially on defense with Cale Makar, the stud rookie from a year back, honing up the front, and upcoming rookie Bowen Byram. They're solid. And their goaltending's pretty solid as well with Grubauer in net, Philip Grubauer of Germany. He's been sitting pretty nice between the pipes for them. They do have more offensive firepower than the Knights up and down the roster, including a more well-rounded bottom six. Mainly because they don't have Reeves wasting a roster spot and cap space. That's why I say some of the expectations, though. Because so far, the Knights have only played the Ducks and the Yotes, so we haven't really seen them against the Hot Start Kings, the Avalanche. So we really want to see them go once around the carousel, so to speak. And again, that one loss they took was an ass beating to the Yotes. So with the highs, we had some lows. We came right back, shut them out. It was a good game. But we just don't know yet, folks. I do advise us all to be positive on the outlook. The boys came out strong. Can't pick who your opponents are, right, guys? The playoffs, however, could be a rude awakening. While we will be playing the teams in our division until then, just about guaranteeing us a playoff spot, let's say it's 99% locked in, where they'll be playing each team in the Honda West at least 7 if not 8 times. So they've already killed half the series in series against the Yotes. We should see Pacioretty and Wild Bill put up some solid offensive totals when it's all said and done. Of course, they'll be going to get some weak D and some shaky tenders, but they are still offensive studs. So expect them to pot a few pucks in the back. Put some biscuits in the basket, you know? Now, if we turn our attention to the net, we should see Fleury and Lehner show some, a bit inflated numbers with the low offensive output they'll be seeing. But, folks, goaltending is where the trouble could lie for the boys. See, the Knights have at least $13 million of their $80 million cap locked up in their 2 talent attendees. And that's an anchor around the neck if I've ever seen one. A very pretty anchor. I mean, Fleury just came off a shutout. That loss to the Yotes was Lehner's only loss at home in Vegas. Wow. Or sorry, I believe just period here in Vegas in the regular season. He came over from Chicago last year. Did not lose a game until the playoff time. They just signed him to that 5x5. So that does kind of guarantee him some security, one would think. Which could spell trouble for pretty much everyone I see on the streets wearing a Fleury jersey. I know he's the fan favorite. Rightfully so. He's carried this team since they came into existence. Right, boys?
I've always been a big Fleury fan.
I mean, whose jersey do you see the most around town?
Fleury, Reeves, and let's see.
Wild Bill?
Yeah.
Carlson.
Yeah, Carlson's everybody's favorite.
I'm seeing a lot of Petrangelo creeping up there too. But who's the only guy with a dog named after him? Marc-Andre Fleury and Barc-Andre Fleury.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
I've met the dog.
I have not, but I've heard the dude's kind of an ass.
No, the dog was cool. I met him over
What dog isn't cool?
He made a special appearance at one of our sponsors here at the radio, Jesse Ray's Barbecue. I met Marc-Andre Fleury.
Local Vegas celeb. So, what are we going to do when we inevitably have to ship Fleury out of town? Because he's the bigger chunk of that 13 mil. And again, 13 mil of an $80 million cap. You bring Petrangelo into this, and there's around 20 mil, a quarter of that whole cap tied up in 3 players. I mean, just do the math. There's 18 actively suited up for each game, two tenders, 16 players, 23 on a roster period. You got to have some depth for when the Henderson Silver Knights come around. It's just simple math. You can't afford to pay 2 tendies 13 mil. No one does it. I mean, maybe Florida. Bobrovsky's got a 10 mil a year contract. But how's that working out for him? I mean, we don't really know. They've only played 2 games because they can't get COVID under control, but that's neither here nor there. Having all that money tied up and 2 players that only one can play at a time, that's the biggest problem with it. You can't put 2 goalies on the ice at the same time. Ottawa, the first incarnation of the Senators, tried it way back in, like, I want to say 1909. They tried to put 2 goalies on the ice, and it just created problems. But, while it will hurt depth, it might be nice to have that 1-2 punch coming in the playoffs. Dallas was a prime example this last year when Bishop went down and they had to call on 33-year-old backup Anton Khudobin, who carried them, of course, all the way to the Cup final before they fell to Tampa Bay. And, well, also reminiscent of Fleury's time in Pittsburgh. When they won those back-to-back Cups, Fleury actually won a bulk share of the games in the playoffs. While Matt Murray may have tended for the actual finals both years, Fleury got him there. So you need that 1-2 punch. But again, having that much money tied up has hurt their depth. They're now weak on the D outside of Petrangelo, seeing as they had to ship out their best 2-way defenseman and Corsi Darling, fan favorite Nate Schmidt, on up to Vancouver, our typical division rivals, just to make room for those Petrangelo and Lehner contracts. Of course, my first suggestion would be shipping out Reeves, not because of how great of a person he is. He is a great community member. He's a stellar guy. But you just can't pay an enforcer that much. You can't have somebody only putting up like 2, maybe 3 goals a year in this day and age in the show. His position's outdated. But again, great guy. But so far, Fleury is winning in the stats game. But again, the season has just begun. So we can't make up any concrete statements or even educated guesses until they have a few more games under the belt. So we'll just have to see how things shake out. And of course, that's why we play the games. The boys will be taking on the Blues next, and shouldn't have much issue with coming away with some points.
Go Knights.
Go Knights. Go Knights. Now we're going to spin a track for you here real quick, and then pop back to LVZ Radio and LVZ Sports. Once again, I'm your host, Liam McDermott, host of LVZ Sports, joined in studio by LVZ Radio, Scott Williams, and Red Cashy. Time on deck is 11:24, and Cashy, take us away. What are you spinning?
Yeah, I've got this band Underspell, their track Always in Mind. You can find these guys on Instagram.
Always in Mind by Underspell.
there. Look at you. Thanks. The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you. I just don't know what I'm supposed to be. You'll figure that out. I'm not worried about you. Keep riding.
Friends, this is Dan to tell you about Pinche's Tacos. They got a simple mission: provide you with the best taco experience in high-quality meats, seafood, fresh garden vegetables, handmade tortillas, and high-quality artesian bread. They've got a happy hour from Tuesday to Saturday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Featured specials: $4 draft beers, margaritas, well drinks, $5 glass of wine, and $2 tacos. Show them the Radio Vegas Rocks app and Pinche's coupon. And when you order a blood orange margarita, you will receive a free Gringo taco. There are several locations to choose from, even in Los Angeles. Pinche's Tacos.
Pinche's Tacos. Welcome back to LVZ Radio, right here on Radio Vegas Rocks. And welcome back to LVZ Sports. But first, Cassie, what did we just hear besides free Gringo tacos?
We just heard Underspell, Always in Mind.
Always in Mind, Underspell. Great track. But of course, welcome back to the LVZ Sports segment. And thank you for sticking with us here, because we're coming into the last half hour of our program tonight. Because time on deck currently is 11:29 p.m. here in Las Vegas. And we are now on to some Rebels basketball. The Running Rebels have been killing it lately. They just beat Utah State today, 59-56, bringing them to 5 wins in a row. They, of course, had their also recent slaughter of Benedict Mesa, and, of course, a more narrow victory today. I know Benedict Mesa is obviously a small school, and it should have been expected we'd kill them, as we did, 99-45. But Utah State isn't, and neither is New Mexico State, who we took to the cleaners in the 2 games previous. Now brings the Rebels up to a respectable 2-2 conference record and a 5-6 record overall. Well, with that, they aren't going to the tourney this year, but they still have a good shot of finishing with a positive win-loss. And in other sporting news, Raiders owner Mark Davis has expanded his Vegas portfolio, purchasing the Las Vegas Aces, the WNBA team here in town. The Aces moved to Las Vegas from San Antonio back in 2017 and have been quite successful on the court here. They've had the league's best record, including last season, before losing to Seattle in the finals. And while it's unclear how the sale will impact the Aces' day-to-day operations, the Raiders do have a working relationship with MGM, which partners with the NFL franchise in several business ventures, so look for collaboration, or at least an official casino of the Aces. Davis so far has immersed himself in the Las Vegas sports scene and regularly attends Aces games, as well as some Golden Knights games. And Davis and the Raiders have been strong supporters together of the Aces during their brief time. Back in 19, the Raiders purchased 1,600 tickets to Aces games for local Las Vegas kids. Now, George Klevikoff, the president of entertainment and sports at MGM, said in a statement, "We can confirm we have entered into an agreement to sell the Las Vegas Aces to Mark Davis and are awaiting approval from the WNBA Board of Governors." Mark is a longtime champion of women's basketball, and we believe he is the right person to lead the Aces into a new era. We will continue our enthusiastic support of the WNBA, NBA, and basketball in Las Vegas. Of course, Davis himself chimed in, saying, "I am excited to announce that I've entered into an agreement to purchase the Las Vegas franchise in the WNBA from MGM Resorts International. I'll have more to say once I receive official approval from the WNBA Board of Governors, and I've had a chance to speak with the players, coaches, and administrators of the team. So now things aren't finalized yet, folks, but I can't imagine it not going through. So although the Raiders have had cash issues in the past, like ones that forced them to trade Khalil Mack back when they were still in Oakland, all because they didn't have enough money in escrow to pay his extension, those shouldn't be concerns or the case now, considering the whole reason they came out here was to make more money. And they dropped $2 billion on the stadium, Allegiant, conveniently located by Mandalay Bay, where the Aces play their home games. They also built a $75 million practice facility over in Henderson. So again, they aren't exactly cash-strapped anymore, to say the least. And in high school sport news, CCSD, Clark County School District Athletic Director Jen Jackson said that the fall sports season will be canceled because of the coronavirus pandemic. Of course, football's the big one, but other sports affected are cross country, girls golf, soccer, tennis, and girls volleyball. So of course, that's unfortunate news for the aspiring athletes around the area, as well as the alumni hoping to see your alma maters play this fall. But with COVID trending in Vegas, it's for the best. And that will conclude LVZ Sports right here on Radio Vegas Rocks. And Cashy, what are we spinning now?
We're going to listen to a track by Priscilla Peaceful called Swag Nation. It's a nice little ditty about swag.
A ditty, Swagger Nation.
You won't forget about me. Peaceful, keeping it OG. Don't waste my TIME. I want the LOVE. They tried to scare me away. I'm fearless, baby. I'm fearless, baby. I ain't never afraid. I ain't never afraid. Gon' get the crown and the throne at the top. You don't even know. You don't even know me. Just wait and watch. Just wait and watch. Just wait and watch. This away, that away. This away, that away. This away, that away. This away, that away. This way, that way. This way, that way. This way, that way. This way, that way. You ain't forgot about me. Still smoking, burning cookies. Burner with the vibes, yes please. Puff, puff, pass, I'm easy. My voice is the reason every day. Killing is the season always. Maybe I'm killing from the Mandalay. Vegas race, speeding down my own lane. Speeding down down my own lane. He tryna fuck, I don't give a fuck. You already know, you already know me. Just wait and watch, just wait and watch, just wait and watch. This away, that away, this away, that away. This away, that away, this away, that away. This way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way. Reaching from down low, reaching from the sky. My only, my own vibe. My only, my own vibe. Just wait and watch, just wait and watch, just wait and watch. This away, that away, this away, that away. My only, my only, my own vibe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Swear to God, I'm gonna find my way. Gotta try to get inside my head. I don't really wanna die one day without trying to spread this little light I have. Trying hard not to lose my faith. It's only I that can choose my fate. And I know how I should use my name. Yo, I swear to God, I'm gonna find my way. And I'll give what is given, be free from my thoughts, and my mind is a prison. If you sending signs and I'm trying to listen, then maybe the language we rhyming is different. And we all gotta die, and we all wanna fly. We getting so high, we fall from the sky, we don't wanna die. Fireflies, fireflies, yeah, 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 fireflies, fireflies, in the night sky. I just tried to hide it. Look in my eyes and can tell I'm divided. Got shit to do and you know that I'm riding. I want to do nothing at all. So I gotta get back to the basics. Push my head into some happier places. Times I'm feeling like I'm trapped in the matrix. Only feel alive when I'm rapping on stages. And I won't get complacent. Instead of light I shine. All these dreams that I'm chasing, I won't get lost inside my mind. And we all gotta die. And we all wanna fly. We getting so high, we fall from the sky, we don't wanna die. Fireflies, fireflies, yeah, 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 fireflies, fireflies, in the night sky. Long way down, it's a long way, it's a long way, it's a long way down, it's a long way. I don't wanna fall now.
Fireflies by Ivy was just that track you heard, and we also, right before that, played Swagger Nation by
Priscilla Peaceful.
Priscilla Peaceful. Mm-hmm. Welcome back to LVZ Radio. Once again, I'm your host, Liam McDermott. We got Red Cashy here in studio, as well as Scott Williams.
What's up, everyone?
Time on deck is 11:40 p.m. here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're winding into the last final portions of our first ever show. So if you're still in there, thanks for sticking with us. And we got a couple stories for y'all, so take it away, boys.
Yeah, we got a couple stories. The first one we're going to talk about is Floyd Mayweather. It's a rumor. Is it a rumor or is it true?
I think it's confirmed.
We think it's confirmed that Floyd Mayweather is buying Crystal Palace. Not Rancho, but Boulder City Crystal Palace. So if you've ever been there as a kid and had some nostalgia there.
Boulder City or Boulder Highway?
Boulder Highway, not Boulder City, excuse me.
I said that'd be a trek.
Boulder Highway Crystal Palace is going to get a makeover by Floyd Mayweather. So what do you guys think about this?
I mean, it's cool.
I think it's really cool.
He's doing what he can to revamp the east side of Las Vegas. I mean, he's a big part of Sunrise Manor being on the come up and everything, living up there. And, just making himself at home, making himself a real Las Vegas local.
Yeah. So it looks like he hasn't actually officially confirmed it, but he's kind of dropped some hints that it's probably him. At least there's dots that you can connect to looking at his Instagram. So.
I mean, yeah, you see the pictures of him in front of it.
Yeah.
He's at least the angel investor.
That's how you measure your success in life, is once you own a roller skating rink.
Yeah, that your kids like, yeah.
Who doesn't grow up dreaming of owning a roller skate rink?
Right.
In the east side of Las Vegas.
Yeah, man. Well, we always went to which one would you always go to?
Rancho. I've always been to the Rancho.
Yeah. So.
I've acted a fool quite a few times at the Rancho.
Yeah. Tell us more, Scott.
Well, I had a surprise birthday there, I think, when I was 11. And I don't want to brag or anything, but I won the limbo.
Ooh.
I won the limbo.
How low did you go?
Pretty low, but that's because I was pretty short, so I didn't have that far to go.
Little Scotty, though.
Little baby Scotty.
You guys don't remember doing the chicken dance for someone's birthday party?
Oh, yeah, I loved that. That was a big thing in Cincinnati. So German, everything there was a big deal there, the chicken dance. It's not so big here.
Well, here's the thing. What if they had it as half of a venue, half of a roller skating rink? I mean, I'm all for that.
Yeah. There's nothing better than playing a show in the middle of a skating rink. That's super cool. The only issue is usually you have to run the power cables over the middle and stuff.
Or some rogue skater comes crashing through your set.
Yeah.
I think roller rink, I think reggae.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's perfect. I really think it works well with it. The format. I really think the ideal, if we're talking music genre, I think the ideal is like rockabilly. I think that's
disco?
Disco or rockabilly. Yeah, those are the two.
Funk.
Yeah, funk works too. Yeah. That's the classic scene from what is it? Malcolm in the Middle, where Hal,
Oh,
yeah.
Hal can skate.
Yeah, Hal skates to "We Are the Champion," and he's going on, and what a role that guy. He's such a range of acting, but that's the scene where if I think of roller skating, I think of Hal. I think of Breaking Bad.
It would have been so
Same
great
guy.
if Breaking Bad ended with Hal waking up.
Right?
From a nightmare.
Right? That's the whole thing. Bryan Cranston has such a range, but he's an excellent skater, actually. Like, that was actually him skating in the show. Yeah, man. So, maybe we'll see him there. Crystal Palace
That'd be a
skate
great way to
rink.
kick it off.
It'd be pretty cool to run into
Roller
Floyd
skate
Mayweather.
dance battle, Floyd Mayweather, Bryan Cranston. They can break bad.
Moy to Flayweather.
Here's my thing. The last time I went to Crystal Palace, though, I was just so disappointed because it was like a tombstone frozen pizza they gave me. And this was Rancho. But it was like free
Don't be bringing Rancho into Boulder Highway business.
Pizza, and and beer. I was like, I'm there, but I was like, oh man, this frozen pizza just isn't where it's at.
Maybe Floyd Mayweather will put some better pizza in there. Floyd, if you're listening.
But
we need good pizza.
Put a blaze in there or some shit.
Yeah.
Or mellow mushroom.
Are you guys like the skaters, or are you guys a rollerblader, like 2x2 or all in the line?
In line.
I mean, but you played hockey, so that's much more natural for you.
I played ice and I played roller puck at ASU too.
Okay. Yeah, so that's much more natural for you. Yeah.
That wasn't quite natural. Trying to make the switch, I ate shit the first time I stepped on the tile. I think it's called. I played a full season and still don't know what the rink's called. It's called a rink.
Well,
sounded weird. Okay, let's hit the ice, boys.
Well,
shit.
Speaking of college sports, that's going to bring us into our next story because we're going to be talking about the UNLV mascot, Runnin' Reb.
Hey, Reb.
Hey, Reb.
Who you won't see anymore, you guys.
He's Spy Reb away. Now.
Y'all may remember near the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic, they took down the statue, but trying to signaling that Hey Reb was on the way out the door. They said they were mulling things over. Well, they mulled it over, and President Whitfield, new UNLV president, came out and announced, Hey Reb is no more, but the Rebel moniker is.
Yeah. So I think it's weird. I was thinking if they're going to take him away, why not take away the whole... I just think the whole southern kind of...
Isn't the Rebel name really the problem, if anything? I mean,
that's the weird part. It's the whole connection to this. I mean, we were a northern state. You know, we were a Union state. We were the one that made the whole Civil War.
That's why we're Battleborn.
Yeah.
And some quick history. Who was the mascot before it was Hey Reb?
It was Beauregard.
Yeah.
Beauregard the Wolf. Dressed in Confederate attire. So that's...
Yeah.
That's where this started.
That's where it started. It was kind of signifying their split from UNR, you know, the school up north. Fuck them. Yeah, that's kind of how it really started. You know, they still have their wolf moniker, the wolf mascot.
Yeah. But
You're talking about FUNR.
FUNR.
Okay.
But that's the thing is we brought in Hey Reb as a mountain man. I mean, you look at Hey Reb, who do you think? Do you think Confederate soldier or do you think Yosemite Sam?
I think of one of the guys on the side of the roller coaster ride at Disneyland that's like
Yeah.
mine themed. What is that ride called?
Are we talking like the log one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like or
know the one.
Even at Grand Slam Canyon, you know, when they had the old log ride, I picture like Hey Reb as one of the characters that's just like chasing some coyote or something.
I mean, go to one of the local restaurants across from the campus and you'll see Yosemite Sam and Hey Reb right next to each other, and tell me you can tell the difference.
Right.
I mean, one's eyes are bloodshot, the other ones are close, but otherwise...
I just think to be honest, any person mascots, like, I don't care, Patriots, whatever, like, I think if your mascot's a person, I think that's lame. Like, there could be a cool alligator or
he's
like,
cheesy,
you know,
but he's our cheesy.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Do you want more
Vegas,
bears?
You know, it's
more
Vegas.
Eagles?
There's something way more cool they could come up with for Vegas.
Here's the thing, too.
Give me one.
Oh, I don't know. Well, look at the Knights. Or what about the Lights? You know, there's tons of good names in town for this. There's tons of good names.
I don't know, man.
Slots? I don't know.
I like.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, name a college team after gambling. The Knights already got slapped on the wrist for chance.
Yeah. Well, the problem with the slots is that it's only one. You know, you just need a little bit of black paint, and you got a bad name there. Yeah.
UNLV sluts.
Yeah, exactly.
The running sluts.
Well, I'm sad to see Running Reb go because I remember, you know, holding up the red foam finger as a kid and like being so stoked that you know he'd come around and walk around, throw out T-shirts.
They have to have some mascot. Come on, it's fun. Mascots are fun.
Well, that's a good topic. So now, who's gonna come up with the new mascot? We're gonna have a lot of artists
I don't think
here.
they're doing a new mascot.
Which is a shame. Come on, why not?
And are we still the Rebels?
We are still the Rebels.
Can we go space themed Rebels?
Yeah, come on. That's my thing. Why isn't it just Rebels in the broader sense? Like, why does it have to be like Southern, like that's racial tension? That's the bad idea. Yeah, they should be moving to
That's what they're trying to move to. I mean, you look to Ole Miss; they're the Rebels as well. What's their mascot? Exactly.
Yeah.
There isn't one. They're just Ole Miss Rebels. That's kind of what they're modeling themselves after. And I mean, again, they already tried to move away from the Confederate image with Hey Reb. It's kind of lame not to have a mascot.
Yeah.
Space Rebels.
Exactly.
I'm Team Space Rebels.
Yeah, Space Rebel. That's very Las Vegas. That works, honestly. Or why not even just a cowboy, you know? Like, if you really want to, you know...
I mean, Cowboys is overplayed, too.
It is overplayed, but...
Oklahoma State.
But it's
Dallas.
there's less, like, you know, kind of southern, you know, tension there.
I don't know, battlers with Battleborn State, soldiers.
Yeah.
Lean into it, something. Like, we can't not have a mascot.
Yeah. Scott, you got something else for us?
Well, you guys, this is going to be a segment in our show at the end where we're usually going to talk about upcoming show schedules. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, there's not a whole lot going on out there, but we did want to talk about some stuff going on. If you know...
But we will clue you in on that after a quick track here.
After a quick track, who you got for us, Kashi?
We have got, since we're talking about the East Side skating rink, we're going to decide to play Horripulation's East Side Let's Roll.
East Side, let's roll.
East Side, let's roll.
Perfect.
All right.
Consequence, the painting
Welcome back to LVZ Radio, right here on Radio Vegas Rocks. I'm your host, Liam McDermott. Still got Scott Williams and Red Cashy here. And Scotty, what were you getting into right before we dropped off?
Yeah, we were talking about some of the places you could still go for some live music, so I wanted to elaborate on that. Just went to Sanddollar and seen a local homegrown artist showcase that House of R's been putting on. He's actually playing there tonight. He's playing there right now. He's gonna be playing there. I know Johnny Hazard plays there, and a couple other people, but they're kind of limiting to musicians. So one, if you're in a band, they're kind of only letting the front man come play guitar with this solo acts with reserve tables.
There's a head count, 25% capacity.
Yeah.
Smart. And of course, we spun some Johnny Hazard and House of Art here tonight. So if you like what you've heard, go check them out.
Yeah.
Although, unfortunately, with the coronavirus pandemic, shows are few and far between. So, hit up your friends, find those backyard parties, find those underground shows, because they out there.
Let us know. We'll put them on the air.
Yeah. Again, Scotty, what's the phone number where they can drop that hint?
702-758-5764 is our LVZ Radio hotline. If you got any tips you want to let us know, when an upcoming show is, anything you guys want to promote, we're here to support you guys. This is a local supporting local show, and we're pretty excited about it. So,
I say locals supporting locals. So give us a hint if you see any celebs, or if you want those Frosties, because we will be giving out cards on the regular. So tune in every week to LVZ Radio. And with that in mind, thank you so much for tuning in to our first ever episode of LVZ Radio. Our time on deck currently is 11:54 p.m. I'm your host, Liam McDermott. Scott Williams here, and Red Cashy, boys.
Mm-hmm. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
And what are we spinning out on, Cashy?
I'm going to spin out on a song by somebody we probably all know. His name is Scotty Dub. His song, Netflix and Kill. The video's coming out soon.
Scotty Dub, Netflix and Kill.
Some shit you wish you never saw. And well, I didn't really wanna take it here, but you took it there. Oh, you took it way down under there. And the whole time you were sucking my kiss, I only hit it for the Netflix. And the whole time you were playing this game, no, I don't got time. No, I don't got no time. No, I don't got no time to wait. And the whole time you were playing this game. No, I don't got time. No, I don't got no time. No, I don't got no time. No time to wait. I ain't got no time to wait. And well, I'm not your enemy, it's you. Oh, you better take a step back, one or two. 'Cause it ain't me. No, it ain't me. It ain't me. It ain't me. I tried to pretend like it was all me and not you. But it ain't me. It ain't me. No, it ain't me. It ain't me. Had to have been you. And the whole time you were sucking my kiss, I only hit it for the Netflix. And the whole time you were playing this game. No, I don't got time. No, I don't got no time. I don't got no time to wait. I only hit it for the Netflix. And the whole time you were sucking my kiss, I only hit it for the Netflix.
Zip Fizz, energy, no sudden crash and calorie, low carb, vitamin B, the healthy energy mix. Zip Fizz.
Pink lemonade is kind of like a more, you know, I feel in a more relaxed vibe. Kick back with a little pink lemonade with a little straw, you know, with a little umbrella in your drink, you know, and enjoying the breeze, or like with some sand on your feet or something like that. Pink lemonade.
Zip Fizz, energy, no sudden crash, 10 calorie, low carb, vitamin B, the healthy energy mix. Zip Fizz.
Listen up, Las Vegas. The best hair extensions and hair salon can be found right here in Las Vegas. I'm talking about gorgeous haircuts, color, clip-in extensions, tape-in extensions. They are one of the best hair salons in Las Vegas when it comes to haircuts, color, hair extensions, hair and makeup. They do wedding hair and more. It's also home to one of the best stylists in Las Vegas, Hottie Hair's very own Chris. Chris does an awesome job. Plus, he is super friendly and full of great ideas that will make you look fantastic for anything that you have going on. There are 2 locations for the Hottie Hair Salon. In West Las Vegas, they're located at 7871 West Charleston. And for those of you that live in Henderson, 8790 South Maryland Parkway. That's 8790 South Maryland Parkway. Chris is my personal stylist, and I've been visiting him for a few months now. Here's what I need you to do. Call 702-979-4468. That's 702-979-4468 and ask for Chris. Also visit him on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.